So Caitlin Clark was on the New Heights podcast, and I actually have not watched the full thing. I will at some stage today. And when I do that, we will be talking a lot more about it. We'll be talking a lot more about every individual thing. But some things that we have is we have some clips. Shout out to the Clark source for showing me these clips. And obviously this is from the New Heights podcast with the two Kelsey brothers. So she was talking quite a bit about her shoe, which is obvious. Which is absolutely obvious. Like, we all know that we all know she went on the podcast basically talking about the shoes. That's a big reason why she went on the podcast. Nike doing the press run. But let's take a listen here. So she's obviously talked a little bit about her shoe right here with technology. This is her about choosing Nike.
Has it been, or like, when does it all start? Do they come to you with a shoe, a bunch of shoes? Do you kind of get to tweak them here and there? How is that process?
Yeah, I think it's honestly been like probably one of the coolest things I've got to do since, honestly, the process started at the end of my senior year when I was at Iowa, because I was deciding what shoe company I was going to go with. And I talked to Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, and they all offered me a signature shoe, obviously some faster than others. And
I don't think, from what we heard, Adidas didn't offer the signature shoe.
Everybody knows Nike makes the best product. It just kind of takes a little bit longer. And so I grew up wanting to be a Nike.
Unpopular opinion. Nike doesn't make the best product. But it makes the best product of the Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. They're the best of those three. But I'm sorry. If you're asking for the actual best shoes, it's like Li-Ning, serious player only, 361 degrees, like all of those ones. 361 degrees seems really good right now. But yeah, Nike don't make the best product. But of all the major shoe brands, yeah, they do.
Nike athlete, every kid does. Nike, yeah. Jordan, like that's the premier brand, and everybody knows that.
The custom Kobe's, yeah.
Oh yeah, the custom Kobe's are fine. I sent like Harry and some of your friends some. They're like, how do we get the? I'm like, I got you. But no, I mean, it's probably been like a year and a half now of like figuring out what exactly I want. And I think probably the most challenging part of it is like you want it to be unique, but at the same time, like I have to be comfortable wearing it. So I think you kind of take what you know you're comfortable in. Like obviously I play in a lot of Kobe's, but at the same time, I don't want it to be a Kobe. I want it to be something very unique to me and a little bit different. And I think for myself, like, I kind of think about like what's kind of been important to me when I think about like shoes or sneakers. And I think like just the chaseability of them, and like, you want a certain sneaker or like you want a certain colorway. So I think that's like going to be probably the most fun part. Like, okay, great. Like you have like the mold of the shoe and like what it is and the technology that's in it. But more so, I think I'm more excited about like making the certain colorways or collabing with certain brands or whatever it is. I know I definitely got a Chiefs colorway on the way, or PE or something.
And that's an interesting one as well. Do you want to know what I would love? I want this. If Caitlin Clark, when she was talking about collabing with different brands, please, like, bring back what Kyrie's used to be back in the day. Like Kyrie 5s, you had the SpongeBob set. I still own a pair of these. I actually have one of these right here. Ironically, I just realized I'm back at my parents' house. I have the exact Kyrie 5 SpongeBob. Oh my God, it's green. I just realized it's green screened out. But I have the exact Kyrie 5 SpongeBob that I wore, as you can see with the laces, that I wore when I snapped my Achilles and ended up having to come back to my parents because I was in too much pain to get back to my house, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was 99% sure I'd snapped my Achilles. So yeah, it was literally the green screen should be gone. The Kyrie SpongeBobs that I wore when I snapped my Achilles. You can see the laces that I had to take all the way out so I could get my foot out of it. And it's mad. I just realized there, I snapped my Achilles wearing heel pads. How bad was my Achilles? That shouldn't be possible to do. It should not be possible to snap your Achilles wearing heel pads, but clearly I did. But I would really like that. Like the Kyrie 5s, like, were, in my opinion, the Kyrie 5 collabs were some of the best things ever. Like you had the There was some of these collabs were iffy, some of them were great. SpongeBob one was great. I loved this, the like Halloween one. The Halloween was cool. There was, I can't even remember who this was a collab with. I thought it was the most disgusting thing ever. The All-Star one. This isn't the All-Star one. The All-Star one, in my opinion, is the most disgusting shoe. One of the most disgusting shoes ever. But it was still a collab. But yeah, you can see all of these things. I would love if they went back to that because they haven't really done that since. I remember the LeBron Fruity Pebbles 25 years ago. 20 years ago. The LeBron 4 Fruity Pebbles. All of those collabs. Like, that would be so cool. And I remember this. The Nick Kyrgios Kyrie's. When Nick Kyrgios used to play tennis in a Kyrie 4 tennis shoe. Like, if they managed to pull that off. And that's the annoying thing about the Kyries is that, like, Kyries were so good. Kyrie 4 and 5. Like, I own a pair of Kyrie 4 Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is in my house that is currently a building site. But they had their cereal pack. Like, if they have all these collabs with brands, the Caitlin Clark shoe could be incredible. Because those collabs with brands were actually fantastic. They were some of the best shoes Nike released for a long, long time. And now this is her talking about the technology in the shoe.
Sometimes I'm like, man, I wish these things grab better. I wish they had a different mold on the bottom of them. Like, were you super involved in that process as well?
Yeah, for sure. And like, obviously I'm pretty like picky about what I wear. Like, I like a certain two Kobe models. So like, I knew whatever I was going to put in my own shoe, it needed to be like
so it's definitely a low top shoe by the looks of things.
Equivalent of that technology or even better. And it's going to be
Kobe 5 and 6.
Even better. I'm not going to say exactly what it is because I think it'll get people excited about it. And I think even like the Chinese market, like I was talking to some people at Nike, like over in China, like they'll cut open the inside of the Kobe's and like show people the technology that's on the inside of the shoe because they're like, that means a lot to them. Like they want to know what they're getting out of the product.
Right.
Wow.
So I thought that was like really fascinating.
Cut that open?
And I mean, I really thought she was about to say the Chinese market are going to cut open a pair of her shoes and see what's in it so that they can copy the whole thing and sell it on a counterfeit market. Like, that's actually a thing, which is kind of crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know. So it better be made well, but it will be.
I was about to say.
I've seen some videos where they'll like cut them in half, and you can like look at like a complete cross section of the whole thing.
So there's like a couple Kobe's that they have only the technology in like the heel of your foot and not the forefoot of your foot, and I can like tell a huge difference when I play in those. Like it feels like I'm running on hardwood, so like I've really struggled to wear those. But for other people, they obviously love them. But for me, it's like no, I need that technology everywhere. So that's honestly been a huge part of.
So full length Zoom, I'm guessing, or maybe full length, whatever their new thing is.
You know, the process and the creation of the shoe is like it being comfortable and exactly kind of what I need. And the technology that we're going to put into it isn't anything that they've ever put into a basketball shoe before. So I'm really excited about that.
What tech do they have in their marathon shoes? Nike shoe tech. Recently. So, what is Project Amplify? So they have Zoom X, React X. What is Project Amplify? I'm just looking this up. Is Project Amplify, that's from the recovery shoes, isn't it? Yeah, that's for the recovery shoes. My guess is maybe some sort of Zoom, some sort of React. My hope is that it's not too soft because I would hope not for a guard play, but look, at the end of the day, I have a feeling these are going to be good shoes. And Nike realized they kind of have to hit with this. So I don't see them not, if we're being completely honest. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.